Zugo, the little lizard who loved tennis. In the sunny, bustling city park of Sunnyside, where children laughed and tennis players dashed, there lived a small, curly-tailed lizard named Zugo. Unlike other lizards who preferred the quiet, shaded parts of the park, Zugo was adventurous and brave, and he was fascinated by the tennis games played on the park's courts. Zugo's absolute favorite spot was a tiny patch of sun right next to the bustling tennis courts. Here, he could bask in the warm sunlight and watch the tennis balls zip back and forth over the net. The players moved so fast and with such skill that Zugo could hardly blink without missing a swing or a volley. Every day, Zugo watched the players with wide, sparkling eyes. He admired their quick feet and swift swings, and he dreamed of what it would be like to join them and hit the ball just once. In his heart, Zugo felt just like a tennis player, even though he was only a small lizard. One particularly sunny afternoon, as Zugo was watching a lively game, a stray tennis ball rolled all the way to where he was sitting. For a moment, Zugo imagined himself as a great tennis champion. In his daydream, he was not just a little lizard, he was Zugo the Great, famous for his incredible tennis skills. With a tiny flick of his tail, he bravely nudged the ball back toward the court. To his delight, it rolled right up to the baseline. The players paused and smiled when they saw what Zugo had done. "Look at that little guy. Thanks for the help," one player called out, laughing. Zugo felt a rush of pride. He had touched the ball and been part of the game. Though he knew he couldn't swing a racket, Zugo started to spend even more time by the courts, watching the games and learning the patterns. He noticed where the balls often rolled to a stop and made it his mission to nudge them back toward the players whenever he could. The regular players at the courts began to look out for the helpful little lizard. They would cheer whenever Zugo pushed a ball back into play, shouting encouragement and clapping their hands. "Go, Zugo!" they would yell, making the little lizard's heart swell with joy. Zugo became a special part of the tennis games at Sunnyside Park. Even though he wasn't a player in the usual sense, he had found his own unique way to join in the fun. He showed everyone that you don't have to be big or powerful to make a difference. You just need to be brave and try your best. As the seasons changed and Zugo continued to be a cheerful spectator and an eager helper, he became a beloved figure in the park. Children would come looking for him, and players would tell newcomers about the brave little lizard who loved tennis more than anything else. And so, in the heart of Sunnyside Park, amidst the laughter of children and the energetic shouts of tennis players, Zugo the lizard watched, learned, and played in his own little way. He might not have been a tennis player with a racket, but he was a champion of the courts in the eyes of all who knew him, proving that even the smallest creatures can have the biggest dreams and the bravest hearts.
You just enjoyed A Little Minds Dream Big, original story, brought to you by Camberg Books. Follow us and enjoy our next little big adventure.